Welcome back to the World Cup, where we've been slacking off and it's been away for a while. But don't worry, we're going to speed this up and we're going to jump straight into it. We got Bowden here with us, who's he's going to Worlds actually
Yo,
tomorrow. Um,
yeah.
we're going to commentate America on the bottom here versus Holland, Netherlands, whatever you want to call them. Let's just jump into it. So, the decks. Okay, no, not decks first. Rock paper scissors. Holland going first here.
Mhm. RPS is super tactical. I like to pick I like to pick rock, and then I didn't even know I have like a system. I have it written down somewhere, but I've completely blanked on it currently.
Oh, do you want?
In
Do you
one
want
of
me
my
to?
games,
Okay,
so continue.
Altergeist. Yo, this is a broken hand, but he's going second, so whoops.
That hand's really good.
Mm,
Actually, not like super good.
well, he's going
Where's the
against.
second coming
This
from?
is looks like it's burning abyss. Oh, you want me to
Hey,
tell you legit rock paper scissors theory?
yeah, if you want.
Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh is like a community full of like inferiority complex small like
Yeah.
man children. So generally they'll pick rock because rock represents the the strong like thing. So you should always pick paper. That's basically
I
it.
mean, kinda, but then you play into levels. I think you're meant to default pick rock to play into the hive mind, and then like manipulate your opponent into picking rock a second time, and then you pick paper. You also have to make sure your click actions are timed perfectly as well. So like you can't just like float like it's a thing. It's insane. Hey, it's the BA deck. That deck sucks. Oh well.
Why is it in the graveyard?
Oh. Because he milled Sekka's Light and not a monster.
Oh, is that how that thing works? I thought it was just a free special summon. Oh, because then Goki would play it. Never mind. But it's okay. We've got Farfa plus Rhino. So probably gonna see like
Cookie probably wouldn't play it. They could just play Kagamucha Knight, but
no,
they
I'm
could
saying
play a
like
bunch
if
of
it
other.
like if it didn't go to the graveyard, they would probably just play it. But then I realized like okay, yeah, that makes sense why BA is playing it because it's a monster mash.
Do you know Spell Strike is a warrior? Crazy, right? Who would
Yo,
have thought?
big if true.
Um,
Spell Striker, yeah.
mhm.
You know, Cyber Dragon's a machine.
Do you know Firewall Dragon isn't actually a dragon? Weird.
Or a wall. Or
Fuck.
fire.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see here. So he's gonna put the gamma back.
What did he does like Sekka's Light have a restriction or something?
I don't think so.
Like what did he put under the Dante?
Farfa and what's his name?
Uh,
Rhino.
I guess he just wants like the Farfa under it. I like just making the underclock Beatrice here, right? And he can 100% do that, unless I'm just super mistaken.
Oh yeah, he totally can, but I suppose they probably just wanted the extra materials.
He also could have just drawn Seer, which is like if he's drawn Seer, he probably doesn't have to do that. Like he can just summon Seer, summon Farfa, and do it.
Hmm.
And like he randomly gets blown out by impermanence. So what's Ed gonna be able to do? Like set protocol, set all his traps pass, and then spoofing.
These are all pretty terrible right now. Warning, anti-spell order.
Yeah. I mean the BA guy, like I don't know, like once he gets Sulcoitus, then the BA deck just doesn't really do anything. It's
Yep.
pretty free.
It's
So I mean,
it's
like he definitely can do that.
Kirid
Yeah,
2.0.
it's like an
Uh,
auto win.
damn, you got me. All right, let's see. He's gonna probably do something in the end phase. Maybe Calcab.
He's already got tour guide. I like Calcap here.
He's gonna detach Rhino.
Um,
Snow, interesting. Okay.
um,
Um,
I don't know why he detached. Does like Rhino achieve anything? Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
suppose he probably just wanted like
Oh,
the extra send as well.
no, yeah, yeah, I guess.
All right,
I
so
don't
he's
know.
gonna hit a random back row here. I bet it's anti-spell. Oh, it's warning. Oh, that's actually really good with tour guides in hand. Not bad.
Well, he has protocol, so it doesn't really matter.
Some tactical shit, Raphael listeners.
I don't like setting spell frag here, but I,
Why not?
I don't know if it's like gonna be super relevant because you could just discard it for like a. Actually, I don't even know if I like just setting the Imperial either. I don't know. This just all just seems like such a because you can just like do some nightmare stuff in this deck as well. Like I don't know. It
Yeah,
just doesn't seem worth it.
like
Because
that. Like
you can randomly just like clog your back because like spoofing is just gonna stick on board. I think the only exception is like that protocol can just get bounced back all the time. But it can be kind of awkward sometimes, especially with like snow against this deck is kind of good, like almost just really really good.
what's the
It's kind of sick.
spell line up in Altergeist? Is it they play duality, right?
They play duality decide.
So like going so in this scenario, like they've already used two spells, and that's the only spells in their deck. So chances of them having a
Yeah.
third one is like not likely.
Well, like I'd just rather keep them. Like I guess you can argue like, oh, you set them, and then like their Calcap and their Phoenixes aren't gonna get any value, but
Yeah,
I don't think there is like any
like just setting
argument for value.
everything and
I
like
guess maybe he wants
hoping
like
they
the
like
personal
what's the word?
spoofing to stick.
Just miss.
Yeah, I think maybe he wants the personal spoofing to stick because multi-fake is just so relevant. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's the argument for it. And like, he's probably not summoning like any nightmares against this deck either, so I don't think it matters too much. But again, like, it's like not just like default. I'll just set five. I think there's like a little bit of thought in like, oh, maybe I just don't have to flip anti-spell or imperial in this matchup. And maybe it's better suited for me to keep it in my hand to discard for an effect later on, because this deck doesn't get many free cards. So
It's actually really interesting. He sent Seer there. So he's probably gonna wanna he's targeting Calcab, he just wants to bounce into the
oh,
back row.
I like it.
He's
I
gonna
guess.
yeah, so he's gonna force out the spoofing there.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. He's just gonna do that, and then multi-faker Silcoitus, and then uh, the Dutch team will try and attack, and then he'll summon the horse dude, and that should be pretty good.
Horse dude.
Yeah, I think Snow is like kind of just really really busted right now, though. Right? Oh no, maybe not, because he has to use cards that aren't necessarily free. Like all these BA cards sort of want to float. This game's sort of slow enough. Maybe he just doesn't have to like sort of all in his Snow right now. But
Anti spell.
um,
Um
I don't like that. I don't agree with that at all. But I guess like I don't even know. There's like zero argument for it. If his deck contains duality desires, then like he can't duality desires on his following turn, right? But then I guess there's also the argument that once you resolve one multi-faker, um, your next turn you're resolving another multi-faker, and then the following turn you're resolving another multi-faker, which is just literally how this deck plays out. You can like if they kill your multi-faker, your spoofing gets a marionetta, which turns into multi-faker, which bounces the faker back with Silcoitus, and then you flip a trap on their turn and you faker again. Like it's literally turn after turn faker once you like have sort of like this is the combo. Like resolving this is your combo.
and what's
Sick.
the so in order to trigger the faker there, I mean couldn't he have just flipped up protocol?
He didn't have faker.
Oh, didn't he
Oh,
just
like you
spoofing
mean
into it?
that? Oh, so he can just flip spoofing and do it.
Alright, let's speed this up here,
Oh
see what he's
no,
doing.
sorry. He flipped anti spell because of Calcap, right? Yeah, I don't think maybe like maybe he just lets it go to his hand. Yeah, I guess there's like an argument to like have it the following turn because it'll enable his faker.
Not going into the tour guide here, which is interesting.
Because he knows he has protocol, and he would just like negate it. It'll be some like kind of awkward play, but he can just negate the dude.
I won't face up, carry
Man,
protocols.
the horse card is so busted.
The horse.
It is. It's I don't know how to conquer something. Conquer. I don't fucking know.
I thought this guy stopped two attacks, huh? But okay.
It can now. He just bounces it back to his hand, which for some reason he opted to not do. Weird. Okay.
So he could have just used Sequoias on Beatrice there or something, right?
Yeah, and then bounce the negate dude. I'm pretty sure the negate dude doesn't have a restriction, and you could do it multiple times. But yeah, I think he definitely should have bounced the negate attack, and then bounce the Beatrice or whatever, and then just like
Why
yeah,
do you think he
would have been
didn't?
fine. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't know that combo.
What?
It's a combo. Also, that card lets you make Hextia just randomly, and it's
Oh, he's,
kind of cool.
he's doing it in the end
It just
phase.
lets you make Hextia infinite. I don't know if I would have done that one per se. I think there's an argument for just flipping protocol and bouncing the protocol back to your hand, and then bouncing the Beatrice, and then making a Hextia. And like maybe that's okay because then you can also just shuffle back the protocol in your hand with spoofing, add Marionetta, and then you get to make Hexia, Marionetta into Faker, and then have protocol and everything on their turn. Uh, but again, I don't call myself the best player in the world for nothing, and maybe they just didn't see it.
All right. So this is in main phase
Yeah,
one.
he definitely should have done the play that I said, and it would have just been insane. It would have been insane if he didn't have the ritual dude. All right, so I think that's like the only reason. But I don't respect the ritual dude enough, and I'm probably just doing the all-in fucking
Oh, really?
Hextia play. But yeah, I think that's correct to just bounce the protocol and
Think
then just not care about the Beatrice because you get to Silcoitus it away on their turn anyway. Sorry, on your turn because you're gonna like summon another faker. You're gonna do a bunch of stuff on your turn that just ends with you having a Silcoitus that you just have to use anyway. So.
so. There's a Duster in his deck actually, which is interesting to
Yeah,
main
I
deck.
think. Well, like, did they see what the Dutch were playing previously? There might be like some sort of metagaming
Yeah.
towards what choices have been utilized and what hasn't.
Yeah. So like they used Goki round one. So I
So
suppose
that's
Duster is
that's
pretty much good
reason enough
against
to probably
anything
play
they play.
Duster. Yeah, I can get behind that. Maybe not like. I kind of like it against Trick Striker. I don't think it's like too amazing, but I guess when the game sort of like gets to that point, you're just hitting light stages that are super threatening. So.
Okay. So bouncing the Rhino, attacking through. This is a really tough scenario here because he's pretty much just gonna have to be playing with like BAs at this point and not the tour guide, right?
Yeah, like that's the plan. Like that's the other issue as well. Like you bounce the Beatrice and they just get to summon it again, and you can also just like force the dude to bounce cards. And like unless you play like random trap stuff like Mirror Force, Stormings, like whatever, the BAs are still kind of big and they just generate free cards all the time.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know. This is like one of those weird matchups, but you can just draw like the wrong sequence of cards and they can just have this board, which is probably just gonna ruin you.
When you're playing against
Uh,
in like this kind of game stage, so he knows he's got protocol. He's got the bouncy
mhm.
bounce. Ooh, he's gonna go for snow here actually. See what he targets with the snow.
I
Banishing a
think you
rhino.
just target the Silcoitus.
Yep.
Just don't care.
Chain spoofing.
Yeah. Spoofing's so good. Like if that card had Altergeist in the name, it actually would have become a problem.
Oh yeah, how come?
Because you can just search it, and then if you draw multiple spoofing, you could put spoofing back into the deck. So if it was just literally Altergeist
Mm.
spoofing,
Yeah, yeah.
the card would have just been like probably a ban-worthy card. It's disgusting.
So they've opted to just scoop here actually. I suppose it was pretty much like a
Uh,
losing battle.
Yeah, well, they knew they had Faker, and if you have Faker plus Conquerry, they usually can't out the Silcoitus or like force it. I think that's why like last game, like sorry, the turn before he didn't scoop because he had the ritual dude that negates the targeting. Like,
It's actually interesting that the Dutch decided to go second against Altergeist. Um,
uh, yeah, I mean, I guess that's not too far fetched, right? They might just have like a game plan of just being more aggressive against the trap heavy deck because I don't think the this deck doesn't really do too much like with its traps. I think the games end up being won like when they see fake and maybe they just put like a bunch of hand traps and awkward stuff in there. Like yeah, like they're just in a gamma. I imagine the draws that they probably had in their thing have just been sided out. They might have some like epsilons and stuff in there. They'll just try and do some cute stuff.
there's They probably. I would assume like the US just didn't have any like good cards to put in because you've still got like Order and Mind Crush. I mean, Mind Crushing Tour Guide.
Yeah, I don't know why those cards are there. Mind Crush, I think, is fine. Yeah,
Probably
Mind
just a
Crush is
case of
fine.
residual siding.
Well, Mind Crush just hits the BA, right? And that's good enough.
You think so? Just hitting one
Yeah,
VA.
I think it's well, like what it's a one for one trade. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Mm,
They can also like just telegraph like BLS and stuff. You just get
yeah.
away with some cool things. It also hits Gallus, I think. I'm like 99% sure it hits Gallus. I assume it would.
So gonna let the Farfa hit the field here, not Mind Crush it. Only Rhino.
Yeah, I don't know. There might be like a point where they do the Dante into underclock play where it might just be correct to mind crush a card. Like I guess you get a seer in graveyard that just doesn't do oh no, the seer doesn't do anything anyway. I don't know. I don't know why he wouldn't just do it on the Farfa cold, but
Like bringing down the Faker.
one
Is that?
sec. What's this argument about
It
negating
doesn't negate. I have to clarify. It reduces to 0.
what?
This changes opponent's monster attack to 0 until the end of this turn. So it doesn't negate the attack. It just reduces it to 0. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, he said neg. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think just like him having the Rhino is gonna make this play a little more awkward because the Rhino just like you never want them to have cards that do something like under the Dante, especially when you bounce it back. So now it's like he might just wait until the end phase, flip Imperial Order for no impact. That's also probably why Imperial's in his deck, just a trap that he can flip so he can multi-Faco. And then summon that into Silcoitus, which he can't do because he has 2 Silcoitus in his hand. He's probably just losing this game, by the way. But I still think he might just like flip trap, summon Faker, summon Malusik, and then like normal summon Silcoitus or something. That seems reasonable enough. Hey, a Mind Crush. Yeah, that's fine. He knew he had Gamma. So I guess he
Oh,
just like did that didn't matter. Like he had Beatrice. Oh, I guess like this isn't a game that he might just lose. Weird.
it's,
Because like BLS is gonna be a problem, but he can sort of deal with that. BLS is actually like kind of hard to deal with in this deck, especially like when they have the ritual guy to back it up. Like you just they just have a 3K dude, and if you bounce it back, they just summon it again. Like that's not okay. Who thought BLS was a good idea at 3? Weird.
who would have thought VLS would be at 3 and be basically irrelevant, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see. So like they
Black
did this in main
Lusting
phase
Soldier.
2. Oh yeah, because like they
Uh,
targeted the mind
yeah,
crush.
that was like that was the other concern that I had. Like, I mean, I guess he didn't expect BLS, but like if you're mind crushing Gamma, then who's to say he just doesn't have a BLS in hand
Yeah.
and just destroys him?
It's banishing Malusi.
Someone's asking why he didn't chain the second Gamma to Ash. I think the argument, like I think he just probably drew it, or maybe he didn't know it worked that way. I just naturally assume it's one or the other, or maybe there's some next level play where it's just like, I guess I'll just Gamma twice. Oh wait, no, isn't it? If he Gammas the Ash, the other one doesn't negate, right? It's something like that. No, it does. They both trigger. I'm retarded. Oh no, yeah, no, because the
I'm so confused, one.
yeah, no, it's because he only plays one driver. That's the reason why he didn't Gamma the Ash. Because it would only like negate the Ash and then summon an irrelevant Gamma and a driver. You can 100% use 2 Gamma in the same chain.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, no, so this is like fine, but also less than desirable because again, Blackluster Soldier shouldn't exist like ever. What else we got?
Just ordering the chain links here from the Beatrice being bounced away here by Sequitus. Let's get back to hand, down to the field, and Sequitus banished.
Yeah, this is just normal BA stuff. This is I'm gonna like kill you in 2 turns, sort of deal. It doesn't help that he drew two Silcoides, but
I expect the same kindness back. Alright, here comes order, triggering the faker.
no takebacks at a World Cup match.
No takebacks. We can
No
marionette here.
takebacks at an ARG. Marionette is so good.
Malusic.
I think that card is like the sickest card. It
Marionette.
does two things. Yes, it does two things. How is that okay?
Two things, poggers.
Two things. It sets a trap and it like summons a dude back from grave.
Yo.
Sometimes for free.
It's gonna set spoofing here, and Sequoias comes back in the end phase. Scarm search for tour guide.
Yep.
It's looking a little
This
bit.
is fine. Now this is snowballed.
Is he
This is
changing
what
his
this
mind
deck
here?
just tends to do.
He's probably just gonna search. Oh no, he's all right. I think he thought to maybe not go for tour guides and then changed his mind.
Maybe. He
'Cause-
doesn't know the set card, right?
No, I think
Okay.
he drew this for turn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's fair enough.
So
Man, if he drew that earlier, this game actually would have just been over. Crazy.
didn't you say like BA was gonna win this specific game?
It felt that way until his hand ended up just being 2 gamma. And then America like just did everything, you know? Like everything just worked out. They got to fake it twice, they got to do everything twice. Kind of sick.
So I'm gonna think on potentially bouncing here, but that's gonna go through. I don't think bouncing here would be particularly great, just because like what do you bounce, like tour guides?
One sec. These 2 players don't represent the USA. They are trash. Well, one of them is representing the USA at the World Championships next weekend. So, that's my argument. Hey, break sword. Good. I guess he just bounces the break sword. I don't know what he's targeting here. I don't think it matters. I think you just let the break sword resolve.
So he's gonna
Also-
bounce it on someone regardless.
I guess like maybe I don't understand that. I think I just let it kill the card. Oh wait, did he target Silcoid? No, he didn't target anything.
Yeah,
I guess he would target Silcoidus, and then you can just bounce the Dante, and then he had Rhino. Was that Rhino or Graph under his
It was Graph.
from his
I'm just gonna bring out
Okay.
Marcello here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's like even that bad. You're sort of just forced to bounce anyway. You may as well just let him talk Silcoidus, and then you can do some cool stuff.
Altergeist, Kieran. Ryan's ability,
Altergeist is
my
so
heart.
good.
I don't know what Ed's trying to say right now, but we'll go with it. You're
Be a
really
tough
going for
opponent. Oh, he's saying Ryan's ability. Blah blah blah. And then Ed has the heart.
Okay, let's see. So we're gonna special Scarm here. That's gonna be fine. We're going for a link play. Okay. Gonna make Unicorn probably. Yep.
Yeah.
Dante and
This is when you know the game is just like bad. When you have to send 3 monsters into that unicorn.
so like a hard make Unicorn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, how else do you make it?
CL1 Unicorn
make
for
it work.
Malusic, 2 Dante for
Right,
Farfa,
link.
3 Barbar.
Ooh, that's pretty nice, I guess.
Scarm, Graph, Scarm. Let's resolve this chain quick. Chaining Karibo.
Oh, he had Karibo. Neat. Yeah, I don't know why he
You and your American cards.
Yeah, that's true. That's something I mean, like at least back then when they were playing, I assume they just didn't know Link Karibo existed because that was definitely big change. I played Jersey, and then like a week later, I'm playing like Oceanics, and it's just a Link Karibo in my box, like sitting there, like, oh man, I wish I could play this card. But no, like this didn't seem that bad. This is like pretty powerful, I guess. he got to unicorn and make Beatrice, and that's okay.
Yeah, not bad. He's kind of come out on top here, but upon entering battle phase, spoofing for horse.
Horse is so good.
So this is before declaration and declaring on Sequitus here.
Oh my god, stop. Someone tell him stop. I'm gonna message Ed and just tell him to stop. This is crazy.
Wait, what?
No, just like just read the chat.
All right.
That deserves a stern talking to.
Continue.
It's such a it's such a bad pun, but
All right. Beatrice and a horse of their own.
if he has a multi-faker in the graveyard, the game is over.
Yes, he does.
I'm like,
He does.
no, is it? Yeah, I think it's like close enough to over.
Getting protocol out. Main phase on resolution rather. Gonna Farfa here, targeting CL1 Dante for Seer, CL2 Farfa on Mario. Oh, Marionetter. I've
Wow.
never heard anyone call it that before.
You filthy Italiano.
Whoa.
I was
Chaining-
talking to you.
Oh, me.
Yeah, who are you mad for?
It's
just game.
So you're back to hand. This is so shit to play against this deck with BA, man. It's so depressing.
Yeah. I'm waiting for like I'm waiting for the thing to pop up on the screen that just says like freeze play. That's time in the round, and now the game is a draw.
So this is 50 minutes in real time, actually.
Is it? Oh, sweet fucking Christ!
Oh god, man, this is a painful game here. Well,
This is
technically,
not
we're the best
okay,
with
yeah.
winning time, grr. Well, they would draw actually. So
Yeah, that's what I said.
yeah, time in the round.
Someone cue the photo of Jarrell Winston where it just says freeze play underneath it. I don't. Do you have that meme? Is that a thing in Europe?
It sounds a little bit before my time, to be honest.
No, like in America. So I think like they either call time in the round or they yell out freeze play before saying that is time in the round.
Wait,
So
really?
it's like literally instead of just yeah. So instead of like time in the round, they just yell freeze play, and they
Oh.
literally like tell you to stop playing, and then you determine like what phase it is, and then like life total. Yeah, see, this guy gets it. Proceed to the end of the current phase. They're getting it. Everyone's getting it. It's hilarious.
So do you know what like a little pet peeve of me for like the European events is? Like generally the
Oh.
judges or like head judges are like German. So like they say timeout, they don't say like time on the round. But like for us like timeout means like, you know, like take a break kind of thing. Like that's what a timeout is, you know? Did you
Yeah,
not know? So
I know.
in Europe they say timeout and like it's always been like a bit weird because it's like that's not what it means. Like, you know, we're not stopping. Like timeout means like, oh, we're gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna go leave the table, talk to my friend, and like discuss tactics for like 2 minutes and then come back. Like that's what a timeout is. It's not like time on a
I
round.
gotta go have gotta have a Mountain Dew break. Get
Yeah,
some, get some
exactly.
orange slices, you know. Why did I say Mountain Dew? I meant Gatorade, but you know, probably
Gatorade.
more appropriate for you players, you know.
This is looking really bad for Holland right now.
Yeah, maybe they can just baba them approximately.
Technically, they just need to bar them once if they can make Nightmare Shark.
Yeah, true.
Can Altergeist OTK at all with like Hextias? Is that a thing?
Yeah, well, like it takes a lot of cards. I think this might be it actually.
Yeah,
If you,
like,
oh,
so-
no, because his Faker just like gets him a dude in defense. It doesn't get him anything in attack. But this is 76, right? Oh, it's just game. Cool. Does he have Snow Engrave?
Nope.
Oh, cool. Neat.
Boy, here you go.
Yeah, I don't know if they can kill them from like 8k. So it was just unfortunate that he was in this range for OTK potential.
Yo, oh my god, good luck at the NAWCQ. How long ago was this replay? God damn, professional content creator. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for this round, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back with I think there's one more game left, so we'll do that probably the day after tomorrow. So thanks everyone, And until next time, check out wajocity.com and Wajo Singles, because why not? Because Boden's here. And see ya.
Yay.